friends, I am delighted to present the 2020-2021 Companion of the Center for Christian Studies, Diaconal Minister Anne Manikel. Anne.
Thank you, Michelle, for your very kind and very thorough introduction. I have very little to say now. I remain blown away that I should be nominated as a companion of CCS, and am joining such an august group of people who've been my inspiration throughout my ministry. Diaconal ministry, I'm always explaining it to people, focusing on education, pastoral care, and enabling the congregation to work together toward a vision of justice and wholeness in the world. Well, in reflecting upon my career as an ordered minister, I initially felt as though I had fallen short somehow, especially in the enabling part. When you drop in and out of 10 different ministry positions in 22 years, too often you are unable to build those relationships that help you in your community find purpose and focus. Yet as I reflected further, the short-term nature of most of my ministry was, in fact, a call to serve where there was the greatest need at that moment in time. I have been blessed with this variety of experience of rural, urban, campus, isolated, outreach, and intentional interim ministries. As I have been very blessed with my partner of 50 years, Randy, who has supported me constantly and generously. However, the message that I most want to share with you today focuses on my ministry after retirement, enabling and serving with my congregation in that pursuit of vision and justice for all. When Randy and I first arrived in Nanaimo some 16 years ago, we were drawn to Brecon United Church, one of 3 United churches in the city. And at that time, Brecon was a long-established, older congregation, younger than they are now, who have pioneered food bank and housing initiatives in the past, but were in a period of dormancy so far as mission and outreach were concerned. Happily, I met a kindred spirit who invited me to join her in renewing a vision of outreach with the people of Brecon. And for 10 years, we offered workshops and speakers, joined coalitions for poverty, homelessness, and refugee sponsorship, and raised awareness of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and its implications for all Canadians. It has also been important and provocative learning, and it has fallen on fertile ground in the people of Brecon. But for me, the most profound learning has happened since Brecon became an affirming congregation. It wasn't an easy step. In fact, were it not for our minister at the time, I would have been on my own in introducing the process to the congregation. It wasn't that there was great resistance. It just wasn't a priority. Eventually, after almost 2 years of education and dialogue, Brecon celebrated their designation as an affirming ministry in 2015. One of the many positive outcomes of the affirming process was to come away with a vision statement and action plan that has guided the congregation into all sorts of relationship building with the wider community. Brecon United Church now has a brand, as Cameron Trimble would call it, a congregational identity throughout Nanaimo and BC as a mission-focused, justice-seeking church. We are known for our initiatives to support LGBTQ refugees and for our hospitality and weekly food bank for the local community. And I cannot express how important I believe such an identity is when the outside world is demanding relevancy, when individuals are seeking purpose in their lives. And before I close, I would like to pay homage to one of Brecon's recently departed saints, who, as it happens, was a deaconess and a graduate of Covenant College. Vera Bell served God as a medical missionary in Africa, a nursing matron in isolated communities in northern BC, and is Brecon's Pie Lady. She supported each and every outreach initiative ever named and was an inspiration to us all. There's a quote about her life, or sorry, there's a book about her life which will be published soon. And in the foreword to the book, she quotes Jimmy Carter. "I have one life and one chance to make it count for something. I'm free to choose what that something is, and that something I've chosen is my faith. Now my faith goes beyond theology and religion and requires considerable work and effort. My faith demands, that is not optional, my faith demands that I do whatever I can, wherever I am, whenever I can, for as long as I can, with whatever I have, to try to make a difference. I am indebted for my training in diaconal ministry in equipping me to make a difference, and for the ongoing work and effort that the Center for Christian Studies carries out in preparing future saints of the Church for their ministry in God's world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne.